Hey everyone, I thought I would come on here and do a Paris haul, and if you haven't seen it I'll link to it below, but I went to Paris a couple of weeks ago and I did a vlog on it, and it was kind of, we were only there for one day in the end because of work, but it was a really fun day and we went out for dinners and lunches and we got to go and do a bit of luxury shopping. So if you didn't see it and if you just want a break from life, I will link to that video below. But in this I'm going to show you what I bought, only there is a plot twist. So I'm going to start with the first thing, which is from Chanel, and if you shop from the 31 Rue Cambon store, which is like their HQ I guess you'd say, you get the bag in white, as opposed to, you know, it's, I don't have one here, but you know it's normally black with white writing. You get the opposite way. So when I was in there, one of you said to me, did they have lots of stock? Actually they didn't. They had some seasonal pieces, but they did not have much, and they did have a few clothing items, but they were from old collections, like winter collections that I saw. They didn't have loads. But one thing I did see, which I was surprised about, it's in here and it's in here, is when I went in there I was talking to this lady and she had on this amazing headband, and I looked at it and I thought, if I saw that in a picture, probably wouldn't go for it, but worn, I really liked it. So I asked, and they didn't have the exact one that she was wearing, but they had a version of it, and this is it. And I think to a degree it's going to be an acquired taste. If you don't like big logos, you're going to hate this, but I thought it was quite nice, and I can see myself wearing it a lot. And it comes in this nice box which opens out. I do quite like their packaging. Opens out like this, and it is this. And one of you very rightly said to me that I could possibly bend it, although I don't know that I would, because you know how after a while if you bend metal it weakens. But one of you said you could even wear it as a choker, but it is actually this, which is a hairband. Is it that way up or is it the other way up? I think she was wearing it like that. She had a version that wasn't gold tone. The whole thing was covered in pearls, but they didn't have that one. And this is it. And it's like a champagne gold, and it's got the double C's. It's got the double C's on the front. And when I saw it, I quite liked it. So that was that. Have you fold this and put it back? The other things are from Fendi, and actually one thing I think is from that Fendace collection, you know, the new collaboration. Before I show you that, I'm going to show you something from Dior, and this is where the plot twists happen, because get this, in Paris it actually was a tad bit more expensive than shopping in London. And we didn't realise until we got there, Paris was actually super expensive when we went there. From the hotel to the food to the Ubers to all of it was really expensive. So it was like a really expensive kind of trip. But I didn't end up buying, I bought the headband because they only had one left, and I pretty much, it's from an old collection and I doubted they'd have it in London. But apart from that, everything else I got in London. The first though is from Dior. And this was a gift, and it's got it's a really thick woven material, and it's got a flat bottom on it. I quite would like to get a bag organizer for this actually. So it's a really thick canvas material. It's quite heavy, and this design on the front is from their newest collection. And on the back it's got the CD with the B on there, and I use this, and inside it's really nicely lined with kind of like a red lining. Yes, and it's also got the Christian Dior label on it there with the logo on it. I was not expecting this. This was given to me by Enrique, who you've probably seen in videos. Enrique is my sales associate in Dior in Harrods. He's lovely, and I went in to see him and he was like, oh, I've got something for you, and he got me this, and I was not expecting it, and it's already been really handy. So I've enjoyed that. Was not expecting that at all. Then I went into Fendi, and I ended up buying 2 items, although, God, I keep asking you for your help, and I think I already know the answer. Hang on a minute. Oh, look at this. When I was in Fendi, they gave me a cookie that looks, oh, it's vanilla flavour. They gave me a cookie that looks like the peekaboo. The Fendigraphy. I can hear you guys groaning, going, oh, not this again. This is another thing I'm thinking about, spending the money that I get on the bags that I sell on. Here's the thing. That bag has been on my mind since it launched in, I think, February or March. I really like it in the black. And I did say to you guys that I know deep down that it's probably a trend bag, and you know I try and avoid them. And I know that I should get the baguette, if anything, but the truth is I don't like the baguette enough, because it's more expensive as well than the Fendigraphy, and I just keep going back to it. And do you know what? I think I can see myself eventually getting it, and the price of it is less than some Yves Saint Laurent bags. It's like the price is 1,850, and I'm waiting for that to go up, because the baguette bag's over 2,000. So I keep asking you what you all think, and I've had a lot of you saying don't do it, it's a trend. I know, but I think I'm gonna end up doing it. Anyway, back to it. I've never bought ready to wear from Fendi before, and this is what I bought. Comes in the nice Fendace print paper. They were really nice in there, by the way, in Fendi. I really thought the Fendi service was excellent, actually, in Harrods. They were so nice. And no, they don't know I'm off YouTube, because I totally get it that some of you would think, well, you might get nice service because you're off YouTube. They didn't have a clue, which is how I like it. I did, in the end, get those pinky coloured, blush coloured jeans, which I'll show you how they look here. And I think these are from that, maybe they're not. Are they from that Fendace collection? Because they were, no, I don't think they are. No, they were on the same rail as all of the Fendace things, but I think they're really nice. They've got little details on them, like the buttons on them are quite thick and quite chunky gold with the double F's on there. The pockets on the back are lovely. They've got a really nice fit. They are not so high-waisted that they're up under your bust. They really are just a bit above the belly button, but at the same time they're quite tight. Like, I find sometimes when you get these high-waisted trousers, they're actually quite baggy on the waist. These I find are a perfect fit, and they also have stretch to them. So if you're thinking about getting these, they are a bit stretchy, and they really do like suck you in. I find that I liked the fit of them. And then the second item is in here. It is this. This is from an old collection, and it's a jacket that I had screenshotted on my phone all the way back in, I think, February. And I always meant to go and have a look at it, but I kept forgetting. And when I went in, I asked about it, and he rummaged around and he found one which happens to fit, which is good. What is this called? Sally. So this jacket, the style name is called Sally, and if you look close up, it's got their other Fendi logo, but in that different style that they've got. You know how they've got like different styles of their logo, like in a monogram? This has got the different style on it. And then finally, I was not expecting this, but when I was in there and I was talking to them, one of them said, oh, hang on a minute, and she came back and she was like, here's a gift. I was like, oh my God, that's so nice of you. And I don't know what it is, and so you're going to find out. And I've really wanted to open this for a while, for a few days now. I've really wanted to see what this is. But it comes in this bag, and oh, it's heavy. Magnet opening and closing. Oh wow, I think this is a notebook. Oh no, it's even better. Is it coffee table books? Look, it's in the Fendaci print. I tell you what, this is history here, isn't it? How lovely are these? And let's have a look and see what's in them. They are notebooks. 3, you just know I'm not going to use those. They are staying. I think I'm going to use these as coffee table books. This one's like a maths paper, you know, with the squared. So we've got lined maths paper. Wonder what this other one is. That's lined as well. Oh, and this is blank. So we've got blank, maths paper and lined. I was not expecting that at all. They're beautiful. And the outside is actually like a canvas material. As a kind of part 2 to this, I'm going to answer a couple of questions from some of you to do with skincare and also lipstick. So the first question is from Fiona, and Fiona wanted to know what lipstick I wear. Now actually for months I've only been using these 2, no other colours, and I'll show, and this tip is really good for making your lips fuller, so I'm going to show you how I do it now. I've zoomed you in so you can see, but here's what I do. I use a lip pencil, this lipstick, and I've got a mirror as well here, and I'm going to show you this tip because honestly I think it makes your lips look plumper. So get your pencil, and this is by MAC, and it's in the colour called Strip Down, and then what I do is this. That's how you put it on, and it means that you really minor overline the lips. I actually saw this technique on TikTok months ago and it's brilliant. So here's what you do. That's that, and as you can see, I think they already look quite a lot fuller, but this is the thing that works. Get this lipstick, and it has to be with this lip liner, okay? This lipstick is by MAC and it's in the colour Honey Love, and I only put it on the middle bit, like that, so that you can still see the liner around the edge. And can you see how much fuller they look? This tip really works. I mean, you could do it with your own favourite colours, but I think that using that lighter colour in between the darker lip pencil is what makes it look fuller. And then the second question, which was about skincare, please, please, please try this out. So the things that I use are, you know, the LED mask from Current Body. I've reviewed it before. It takes 10 minutes. I do it every day. If you're going to do it, they say that you see a reduction in pigmentation, pore size, uneven skin tone, and that you see it in 2 weeks. That is not true. It took about 2 months for me to see results, but I have seen results in all of those things. Pigmentation in particular. And so I do that once a day in the evening. I also use the PMD microdermabrasion tool, which is really good as well, and it like takes off dead skin. That's fantastic. But the actual products that I use, they work. Like when you find stuff that works, that's the best thing. The first thing that I use, and I massively recommend this brand, is this, which you've seen before. This is an eye serum, and this is from a company on Etsy, and everything's cruelty-free and vegan, and it's all made by a lady in the States. And this eye cream I've been using since 2016, and I swear I have got no lines around my eyes, and I put it all down to this. Like even when I smile, I don't have any lines around my eyes. I haven't had Botox in absolute months. I haven't even got any Botox left, so it's not that. This is the thing. It is quite greasy though, but I find that works. I find that's the reason why I don't have like any sort of expression lines, and I put it on in the evening but also in the morning, and then sometimes if I have more drier skin I'll do my makeup and I'll like pat the tiniest amount on underneath, just so that when you know when you do have expression lines, foundation can sometimes sink into those, and that helps it. But it is quite greasy, but it does work. Right, the other thing that I do, and this is a preventative, you have to try it. Even if you are 25, you have to try this because it really works to prevent your neck from aging. This works. So I mix two things together. The first thing that I use is the Pili Skin Elixr, which is made by the same lady, and it's that. And I mix it with this. And this is from the Ordinary, and it's 100% plant-derived squalane. Mix the two things together, quite a lot, and then I cover my whole neck with it and decolletage. Like, both together they're quite greasy. Do it, leave it to sink in, and it makes your neck and decolletage have the best skin texture, and I really do believe that it's a really good preventative in my opinion. And then I use a couple of other products, and these I really all of them together, I think I've got my skincare in order now. But this, they're both from Charlotte Tilbury. They both work fantastically for me. This is the Magic Serum. I get through a bottle of this a month. I use quite a bit, but it works. It's really good at hydrating the skin without making you oily, and it really sinks in quite quickly. And then I use it with the Charlotte's Magic Cream. This is quite a heavy consistency. I do have to use a lot of translucent powder on my skin after I've used it in the morning, because it does have like a, it really does hydrate. It sits on the skin a little bit. But these two things together with the eye serum, with the stuff for your neck, works like a dream. You have to try it, honestly. Even if you only try one of those things, try the neck thing. The neck thing works. And then I use three further items. The first one is, because I use all of those like quite greasy products, I guess you would say, I need to use a really good primer. So most of the time I don't wear a foundation. I find foundation, as soon as I put it on, I want to wash my face again after, and it's taken a long time to get my skin to that. But I do, because of all those products, I do wear a primer, and I didn't want a mattifying primer that was full of silicone, because I find silicone makes you look matte, but it's greasy. And I found this from Fenty Beauty. I've only been using it a week. Downside is there's not a lot in it, and it goes down really quickly. It's gone down to there, so about half a centimetre it's gone down by, and I've been using it for 4 or 5 days. And I don't go mad with it, I just use a bit, you know, on certain areas. And it's this Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. It doesn't make you like truly matte, to be honest, it takes the edge off. But if you want a primer that's mattifying without silicone, try this, pretty good. And then the final other two items are both also from that lady. This I haven't tried yet, but I'm about to. This is the Lash and Brow Enhancing Serum. It's one of those, you know, where you paint on and it kind of encourages growth. I'm going to try that. But this I've used before, and you know those circular pads that you can get that come in a pot and you take them out and it's like slightly abrasive? It's the same thing, and this is an exfoliating toner, and I find that this toner is not drying. Doesn't feel like alcohol. I can't stand alcohol in products. It doesn't feel like that. It feels really, it just lifts out. You'd be surprised how much rubbish comes out of your skin. But anyway, I just want to thank all of you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.